I'm sorry guys, I really like reviewing, but I mean, ice cream. Hopefully by the time that this is uploaded, it hasn't been days since I posted my last review. But I'm sorry about that because I was just like, oh, I don't want to edit it. Anyway, let's start off with our review of True Color. Now, one of the last things I said in the review was that I was so eager to see what was going to happen with Jaime, and he's finally revealed that everything's going crazy and he wants the scarab off. And there's always a question of whether or not he's going to die. So, in response, at the very start of the episode, we see Ray Palmer and Karen try and beat it, but the defenses are too strong, and it doesn't work, and the scarab fights back, and it repairs itself, and just... To which, of course, Ray Palmer is just like, yeah, you're screwed. And it's just like, what? That's a bit harsh. You're not gonna... why would you say, oh, you're fucked? Why aren't you trying to be somewhat encouraging as opposed to just like, yeah, you're screwed? But we move on. So the main focus of this plot is introduced by Gordon Godfrey. I hate him, but I mean, I'm probably supposed to hate him, so that's kind of probably a good thing. And it's essentially that we see that the Reach are partnering up with Lex Luthor. Now in the eyes of the public, that's just like, rich guy and good guy make rich, good, world hunger end. But of course, we know that Lex Luthor is part of the light, and he's evil, so it's just like evil, evil. Not conquering world hunger, conquering world peace, and freedom, and good thing. So of course, they assemble an alpha team, and we go in. Firstly, I want to say, oh my god, we get to see Arsenal again. I'm so happy that we do. I know there are tons of people who are probably going, ugh, what's his haircut? I don't really mind it because, I mean, amongst other things, you have to have a way to differentiate Roy from Arsenal. Except for the fact that we don't really see the Roy, we don't see Red Arrow, so we're just like, okay, shall we just see him? So they infiltrate the place and they pose as like just tourists, and then they just hide out in the bathroom. Also, the guy who's just like, no, that's a rutabaga. I finally understand what's with rutabagas and the Young Justice. So they go in and they get their stuff, but of course Arsenal, being the destructive Lex Luthor hater that he is, he just like randomly just blows up. Alerted to this, we have Lex Luthor reacting, and essentially pretty much all that happens is Black Beetle comes. I'm so happy that he's back. I absolutely loved him in the original one that we had, the Before the Dawn. I loved him because he's kind of like this kind of... It's essentially what Jaime might become, and he's like this kind of evil big brother thing, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. I just love the relation, when you have like a relationship between like the hero and the villain. And then we meet the Green Beetle, which essentially makes me go, so we have more colours? I was essentially had the exact same reaction as Impulse. Like, I was just like, what? There's another one? And it's like, how many colours are there? I was like, yes, that's what I'm thinking, Impulse. Plus, he's one of my favourite characters, so just... They then have a big battle, and then they just work together, and he's destroyed. And then following this, they get to talking, and he basically says that there's another way that he might be able to conquer the scarab. So I'm thinking that it's going to be something like one of those kind of Zen Buddhist, like, fight the mind control kind of things. But one way or another, I'm just really happy that there's a potential that he's not going to die or be a villain. And then probably after he's a villain, he'll probably die anyway, so... And then we have, like, the ominous ending of, like, them talking about Reach the drink and, like, giving it to people and, I don't know, them dying or turning into zombies or something. The other part of this episode just kind of revolves around some of the fallout of Artemis getting killed, Aqualad almost getting killed, and just essentially it's where everybody just wants revenge. First ones who want revenge are Sportsmaster and Jade, who want revenge on Black Manta and Aqualad respectively. I fucking hate Sportsmaster, to be honest, because he doesn't care the fact that he killed his daughter. He's like, it ruined my reputation and crap. And I was like, what? Like, I understand you're a villain, but there's a difference between a villain and just being fucking illogical and dipshit. arsehole fart. And the last one to claim revenge is Black Manta, who's going to claim revenge on Miss Martian for almost killing her son, his son. And I really like the whole idea that everybody's trying to get revenge on each other. Like, I know it might be like it's getting to the point where like everybody's like trying to kill everyone else, which I mean is a bit of a weird kind of relationship map if it's not X likes Y, but X is trying to kill Y, and Y is trying to kill Z, and Z is trying to kill X. But in that way, I find it a lot more interesting that we've got plots like this, because then we can then it's pretty obvious that there's going to be plot lines that aren't just derived from like them going out into all-out war. The other thing that really gets me kind of whoa is the fact that Simon is now going to be like going into Aqualad's mind to try and cure him of this, and they've specifically said that he's going to find out all his memories, and that includes the ones that say that he's undercover. Now I'm hoping that what's going to happen is they're not going to just go straight to like Simon's in his mind and then all of a sudden he runs to Black Manta, tells them, and then they just like stab both of them and throw them all overboard. I'm hoping it's going to be something more along the lines of Simon's going to like blackmail Aqualad or something just to make it more interesting, as opposed to just like running off and telling, something like that. I don't know. I'm just really hoping that it's not just something stupid and quick and sudden, just to ruin. So that's pretty much all there is to this episode. I really liked the way that they did this. It was really well paced. It kind of, in a way, it was more plot development than the previous episode, but not so much so that it's going from filler to instant war. And it's also developing some more plot lines other than just like the all-out invasion and fighting the invasion and stuff like that. But it's kind of expanding out what the plot can be and making it, personally for me, way more interesting, because I'm curious not only about how the war's going to go and how they're going to beat them, but also if people are going to get revenge on other people, if Aqualad and Artemis are going to be okay, if, I don't know, just so many things. I'm really excited. Anyway guys, I will be posting something. I'm going to be posting a Save Young Justice kind of thing soon, because I only just heard about that and I'm really sad about it. So I want to post something like that. I'll get back into the reviews and hopefully I will catch up fairly soon. Anyway guys, stay asterisk.